Mr. Dunne's leadership style was amazing. Always organized, always professional, always had a joke or two. He was just funny, and the boys loved him.
He was someone you could respect and look up to and trust, because what you see is what you get with Ray Dunne.
It's really great to see someone who has spent so much of their life dedicated to Servite and to education in general be rewarded for their leadership.
Ray Dunne. I was principal of Servite from 1991 to 2007. My leadership style, I think, is one of trying to bring as many people into a decision-making process as possible. I never felt that I had all the answers. I want to hear from people before I make a decision. I did not get into the education business to become a principal. Wanted to be a teacher, and so consequently, I had an opportunity to see a lot of administrators who I did not, care for the way that they operated. And I was determined, if I was going to be a principal, that this was the way that I was going to operate, as collegial as possible.
My name is Father Gerald Horan. I was the first president and he the first lay principal. There was never my team, his team. We both had the advancement of the school and the success of the school as our number one goal.
My first impressions of Ray were that he was a man who was passionate about education, he was passionate about his students, and he was passionate about his faith. His love for Servite, his love for his students, and his passion for really believing in the mission of the school. And I really sensed that even from the first few days that I met him.
Ray is relational. His presence at every activity, every banquet, every sporting event, every show sent a message that he cared.
I loved the spirit of like football games, the all-school mass, but also I'd say just talking to the boys, whether it was in the classroom, teaching an honors U.S. history class, or being on the quad. I just love interacting with them and getting to know them better and having them get to know me.
He had total respect for the school, the administration, the friars of Servite.
Once a friar here, you're always a friar when you leave. And so when you leave, you be that person, that best version of yourself, that child of God that goes out there and wants to make change in the world. The fact that we made this a place that boys wanted to come to, not necessarily that they had to come here because mom and dad said so. That always helps. But on the other hand, you want them to be a place that they feel good about. I hope that's part of my legacy.
I think Ray's most important contribution to Servite was his outreach to struggling students, the encouragement he gave them, and an environment of dialogue.
Working with Ray is truly a gift, because not only does he understand how a board works, he also understands how education works. And so he's able to take his role and help us to continue the mission of Catholic schools, but also how do we continue to build Rosary so that it's here for the future. Ray, I just want to say thank you for everything you've done for Rosary, for me. You have truly been a guiding light and a great example, and congratulations. I am so happy for you, and please know that all of us at Rosary are grateful for everything that you've done.
If I could say anything to Mr. Raymond Dunne, thank you, right? Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your teaching, right? Thank you for all of the kindness that you have shown me as a teacher.
If I could say one thing to you, Mr. Dunne, is that I will cherish you always in my heart forever, and I will thank you from the day you hired me to the day I retire, that because of you, I have grown so much in my faith, and I thank you for that.
Ray, thank you. No one in my entire career has ever had the impact that you have had. And I consider it truly one of the greatest privileges of my life to have worked with you both at Servite and at Santa Margarita. I thank you for your support, your love, your guidance, your friendship. And I just wish God's blessing on you as you go forward in life. You're not done. You're not done, Dunne.